Hello! Today we should be looking at the second game in New Adventure Systems for the Spectrum. This is the second game in the preset fantasy system. It is called The Temple. It's more complicated than Statue. We did Statue in Fantasy Games number 1. There are more objects, more locations, and more monsters. We're after the hoard of offerings kept inside a temple. The offerings are kept inside a treasure room. Fortunately, I know that there is a tunnel leading from the treasure room to the outside world. Unfortunately, it's locked from the inside. Once I find the treasure room, escape is easy, but first I've got to find it. So, I've got my treasure hunting hat, I've got my treasure hunting revolver. I think I'm all dressed up to go rob some temples.
The Temple. Look at the temple in all its glory. Lovely symbol on the top. The door is welcomely open and unguarded. So, it would be rude not to go in. I'm now in a large passage going to a pit. It may not be a pit. It's entered in a special code which doesn't always work. There are ways to the north, south, east and west, and to the north there is a wide pit. So let's look at the pit. It could be Brad. No, it's not Brad. We fall down the pit. We are dead. So let's try again. We redraw the temple with a picture of a W on it. Maybe for Willy Wonka. Entrance to the temple. To the east is the door. Let's go in. We now know there's a pit to the north which will kill us dead. This is a bad thing. We do not want to die. We want to get the treasure. So where should we go now? Where shall we go? Let's go east. I'm in a wide passage going west and east with a large room at the east end where the East End boys live. Doors in the north and south. There's a bone. Can I go north? The door is locked. The special code sort of deals with backspaces. Doesn't always quite work. It should go, every word has to be lock, space, and then go, oh, backspace. So we should be locked. So let's go east anyway. In a large room, there's a high altar with a small lever on the wall and a door to the west. Well, let's pull the lever. A large door falls down and blocks the west door to the room. Okay, that's less than ideal. Can we get out any other way? We seem to have blocked the only exit. Let's pull the lever. I'm sure that'll reset the block. And no, it doesn't. Okay, let's search the room. There's a secret door in the south wall. Let's go south. I'm in a narrow passage with a door at the north end. To the south, it turns west. Well, can I go south? No. Okay, it turns west. Let's go west then. I turn west and then fall down a pit. I'm dead. Oh dear. That's 2 deaths. The temple. I'm at the entrance to the temple. What shall we do? Let's go east. To the north there is a pit. To the east there's a room with a altar and all that. And a locked door. Could go south, I suppose. We've not been south yet. Yes. A small passage with doors to the west, east and south. A wide passage leads north. I wonder what's in here. It's always good to go west. Life is peaceful there. But we're not in the open air. We're in a room with a fireplace, a narrow bed and a single door to the east, and a priest is sleeping on the bed. Well, let's wake him up. The priest wakes and kills you. Obviously, we found Father Jack. So, let's try again. I've edited the reloading initialization times, which are about 10-15 seconds of staring at a yellow screen. Here is the temple. The door is still open. That's 3 deaths now, I think. Let's go in. Large passage leading to a pit. What should we do now? Let's go east. I've turned off the sound. All you get is the Spectrum clicking sound to the keyboard. There is a small amount of beeping when I win the game. There's a bone. Let's take the bone. It's an adventure game. You take everything you possibly can. Let's go south. I'm in a narrow room with doors to the north and the south. There is a lever in the east wall and a wolfhound. Well, let's pull the lever. The guards have wakened. Okay, that's not good. Let's go north. Back in the wide passage, going west and east, with a large room at the east end. There are doors in the north and the south walls. The wolfhound kills me. Oh dear. Obviously, you know what you need to do. Give the dog a bone. So in we go. Last passage going to a pit. Ways the north, south, east and west. So north is a pit that kills us. South there are some grumpy priests. There's a locked door to the north. There's a lever and some guards. Let's take the bow. No, not the bob, the bone. Right. This time, what should we do with the angry dog? We will feed him. Yay! It's nice to be good to animals. Let's go south now. I'm in the High Priest's room. There's a small bed, a table and a fireplace. Doors to the north and west. The High Priest is there and kills me. Oh, it's Bishop Brennan. Oh dear. Avoid the High Priest. Don't wake the priests. Don't jump into a pit. And don't ignore the dog. 4 deaths. Okay. In we go. Last passage going to a pit. Ways the north, the south, the east and the west. The north, a wide pit blocks the way. There's a bone. Let's take the bone. Narrow room with doors to the north and the south. There is a lever in the east wall and a wolfhound. Feed the dog. Let's pull the lever. A low rumble, the guards have waked. Okay, let's go north this time. Wide passage. Doors to the north and south walls. Guards are running up the passage. This is less good. Let's go east. A large room. A high altar is in the centre of the room. Small lever on the wall. There's a single exit to the west. The guards catch and kill me. This is not good. I'm at the entrance to the temple. To my east is the door. Okay. There are guards that cross the pit, a wolfhound, angry priests. There's a little yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu. What's down here? A small room with a single bed. There's a book. Let's take the book. There's a little wooden cross below the town. Right. I can't read the book. Can I examine the book? No. Okay, I am an illiterate. Back in the small passage with doors to the west and the east. A small room with a bed. Search the room. I find nothing. Okay. Do not wake the priest. They don't like to be woken. In a room with a fireplace, a narrow bed, and a single door to the east. At least they all get their own fireplaces. Ooh, we find a key. We like keys. And what can we do with keys? We use keys to open doors. I learned that from Gauntlet. Saw passage. So, do 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 do. Okay, back outside the locked door with a bone. Let's unlock the door. We don't think we need the key anymore. Oh, I can't drop the key. Can I place the key on the floor, maybe? No. Can I put the key down? Yes, you can. Okay. Let's go north. Small storeroom, single exit to the south. piles of furniture, large bolts of cloth, and a ladder. Ladders are useful. Okay, we've got a ladder anyway. So we can use the ladder to cross the pit. So the guards cross the pit very quickly. They must have some kind of way of crossing the pit that I don't. So let's put the ladder across the pit. We can now cross the pit on the ladder. In a large wide room with several beds. They got a nice wide room, the guards. There are sleeping guards. And there's a plank on the floor that the guards use to cross the pit. I don't know why the guards are hiding beyond the pit, but they are. So let's take the plank. Yoink. Cross the pit on the ladder, carrying the plank. What should we do with the plank? We could use it for some gardening, perhaps, or to DIY. I'm not going to leave it here. I'm going to drop it outside and get done for fly tipping if the council catch me. No, you can't drop the plank. You put the plank with great care. So, here's the last passage with the pit. Of course, we've got rid of the guard's plank, but there's still a ladder crossing the pit, and they'll just use that. So we'll take the ladder. Excellent. So now, they're not going to be so clever. Stuck on the far side of a pit, and they'll probably starve to death. So, large wide passage. The door is the storeroom to the north. Key and a bone. Take the bone. We use the bone to give to the dog. Narrow room with doors to the north and the south. A lever in the east wall, and a wall found. Let's feed the dog. Pull the lever. Sorry, I'm not American. Wide passage going west and east. Originally, you didn't need to use the key to open the door because I typed a command in slightly wrong. The guards are now trying to cross the pit. Also, the guards will never actually catch you because I got, again, a line slightly wrong. And it's a pain correcting it. Back in a large room, high altar, small lever. As we know from earlier, the small lever blocks the door. The guards have now crossed the pit. So they're going to come and get me, but they're slightly slower this time. Perhaps they crossed the pit on a human pyramid. It would be very impressive. But we didn't get to see it, unfortunately. So, as is a text adventure, we have the chance of pausing. Just now pull the lever. A large door falls down and blocks the west door. So we're now safe from the guards. Secret door in the west wall, south wall, sorry. We find a bowl. Can't carry any more. I don't know what the bowl is. I could find no mention of the bowl of any importance, but it could be useful later. It could be shiny. It could be the offering bowl, perhaps. So back in this secret passage. Door at the north end, to the south, it turns west. Last time we went west, we died. This time, let's see what happens. In a narrow passage going east. We've not fallen out of pit because the lever outside the high priest's door closes the pit. The west exit goes through a door, and we're now in the high priest's room. There's a small bed, a table, and a fireplace. Doors are to the north and the west. There is no high priest there. The high small you are priest. That's the problem of the error. The high priest is with the guards in your pursuit. The code is entered in code, and it's got wrong here. So, high priest is gone, so there's nothing to stop us from going west. I'm now in the treasure room. Piles of gold blocks are on the floor, and a bolt on the door stops pursuit. Excellent. A narrow passage leads up to a locked door with a key, table, I've succeeded in my mission. Well done. Small amount of music plays. Remember, the key is locked to the inside. This is the room descriptions you have with all these strange characters. And I try to decode them, and you can do it, but it's really fiddly. It's some kind of Enigma type encryption for some reason. And there's no checksumming for most of it. There is checksumming for the list of verbs, the list of objects, and the list of monsters, which you can see here, line 9800. So it does tell you if the checksum is wrong. But otherwise, you are out of luck.